Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Miss Elliot. If you're joining me for the first time, you're very much welcome. And if you're returning back, I am grateful. Okay, thanks for the time. And also hope you're taking your time, taking care of yourself, drinking a lot of water, staying off bad news, negativity, people who pull you down, people who weigh you down, things that do not serve you. You're walking away actively, not thinking about it. But then again, as women, we stay in nonsense, we stay in shithole until we are ready to walk away. So I just hope that help and guidance come to you wherever you are. And hopefully today's video will help you do that. So without further ado, let me go into today's topic, which is level up or leveling up. Okay, so in today's video is my continuation of Nigerian being a rape culture country, or just a rape culture apologist. Okay, so well, I never knew this will give me some triggering. Okay, see, if you're in Nigeria, you know how it is. Okay, it's a hub of misogyny. Like, that's Nigeria for you. A lot of things backs it up. And that's why sometimes when you're practicing, or I know because I've been doing this work, okay, that's why if you want to practice self-love, your religion have to like sit somewhere, like when I mean sit somewhere, I mean the dogmatic ones. When you are understanding it now, because once you practice self-love, you have to know you're deserving of it, because a lot of women, they backslide. Okay, they start the work, people start noticing how you're glowing, how less of the time you give to them, how you spend time more with yourself, how you invest in yourself, how things are coming out. And sometimes it's genuine concern. Maybe the people fear being left behind. Okay, there are different reasons why they might attack you. Is it that they are scared that you leave them behind? Is it that they genuinely envy you and still want to knock you off? Because people are competitive, when women are competitive by nature. Okay, or they just want to keep you down with them, or sometimes I just be genuinely clueless. Maybe they are pygmies. Okay, sorry about this whole thing. They are pygmies, and they want to, they don't understand what it means, and maybe they feel like if you level up, you be in different space. Okay, so on this journey, a lot of people bring it. So a lot of times, if you look at the signs and the pattern, you notice just because Nigeria is the hub of misogyny, it might be worse in other places, but it's here. Okay, and sometimes your religion makes you feel guilty when you want to pick yourself, but you don't have to feel guilty. You have to understand that self-love is one of the most important things that can happen to you, because unconditional love, in the love attraction, okay, in the vibration, when it comes to things moving in sequences, okay, things being energy. And the truth is that self-love, unconditional love, is the highest of frequencies, and hatred is like the lowest. Okay, anger is also low, but somehow at least it's to an extent motivates you. You just don't have to remain there. That's why I don't want to dwell on this whole rape stuff, because it's quite triggering. And instead of dwelling there are better ways to combat it, which is self-love, which is growing, which is having standards for yourself. So how can something this strong, this powerful, that can really change your life, boost your self-confidence, boost your self-worth, make you do better, be so bad? Why should they be frowned? That's because deep down, a lot of people, the reason why they do it is because maybe they even know the truth. Okay, but again, you wouldn't be their pawn. Okay, you wouldn't be their pawn. It might be selfish. Well, they're exhibiting their own selfishness. So why don't you be selfish? Okay, I won't come here and say this and that. So yeah, I've been talking on this rare stuff, and I really want to complete it today. I know I said 1 week, which is kind of 1 week, okay, but I realize there are different ways to follow things because a lot of people are covering this stuff right now, and I feel like I'll leave it for the professional to handle it because I'm not a professional. I don't know much about it. All I know is that I know something that is wrong and something that is definitely right. Okay? I know trauma, I understand abusers, how it affects us, our economy, our mentality, and I always tell my daddy this: we don't have the luxury to be to be hypocritical, to be tribalistic, and we don't even have the luxury because other country can practice it, but we are somehow behind. Like something needs to happen, okay? And that's why that's why some of the government officials have the audacity to spill BS on even with the understand because once you see them, their sound when it comes to English, okay? But it's like, well, when I look at us, I understand that we are the cause of our problem. Like we deserve what is happening to us because a lot of times we are complacent, we deny, we rely on religion, we are so lazy, we rely on religion because, and a lot of people, the reason why they also might want to talk to that is because self-love, it takes work, okay? It takes you being accountable, it takes you being responsible, and building your dreams and not relying on any outside forces. It takes work, and not everyone is willing to do the work. Some people, they will see they can't do the work, or maybe they've tried it, they understand it, but because they're not disciplined enough or they don't value themselves enough to do the work, set the standard, and do everything. When you're doing it, you're a threat. Okay? You're a threat. And that's why you need to know yourself enough not to be seeking outside validation because a lot of people's validation comes with a price, and sometimes the price you can't even pay it. It comes in a ton of self hate and all. And you know, misery love company. Alright. So sometimes when you look at things happening here, how we neglect ourselves, how we neglect our emotional state, how we neglect everything, it makes sense why things like abuse, things like rape, things like pedophile still happens, things like bad governance, things like increasing insecurity. Like is the full-blown insecurity in Nigeria right now. The North are not free, the West are not free, the East are not free. It's like we are crying about the same thing, but somehow, for some reason, have been so stuck in our ways that we can't understand that we need to remove whatever BS, we need to remove whatever block we have in our eyes and cry in one voice since we're experiencing the same pain because even enemies, there comes a time when maybe they have a common enemy, they have to, they have to form some kind of alliance. But no, it doesn't happen here. It's like we are so stuck in our ways. Okay? And before I used to say it's not our fault, which of course I agree because we have been programmed a lot of times. Even I, in fact, the amount of energy it takes me to unprogram myself, learn and unlearn and learn some things, and also unlearn it and relearn some things. This amount of energy, I don't have time to be wasting on toxic people. I don't have time to be wasting on things that do not uplift me. I don't have time for that because it's so much work. So yes, as much as I agree that we have been programmed, but when do you say enough is enough? Go out, learn, seek knowledge for yourself, understanding that okay, things need to change and it needs to change starts with you when you take responsibility because informations are everywhere. There's YouTube, there's Google, there are books, there are people coming out more than before. There are guardians you can surround yourself with. So when do you stop giving excuses and realize that, well, the programming is a halfway, the other half is you deciding what is right. In fact, programming is 30%, depends on how weak or strong your mind is. And it's fun. And it's like, once you really do it, because you're going to fail a lot of times, and that's because a lot of times people don't learn. And it's okay, you have to learn from where you are. Wherever you are, you have to learn from where you are, because sometimes you backslide. Once you backslide, you know why you wanted it, you know you didn't want all the nonsense before. You pick it up, okay? You remember that you don't have to have every resources placed to you. You just have to be willing to pull yourself out of things, because at the end of the day, we are all our mind. Whatever we fed ourselves, that's why we have to unprogram a lot of things to learn, because whatever you have digested, just like the 7 laws of the universe, whatever you have digested when it comes to agreement, okay? Whatever you have nurtured yourself, whatever you surround yourself with, the friend you surround yourself with, the content you surround yourself with, it affects you. It affects you. So, So in order to move forward, you have to be honest with yourself. You have to realize and understand what you're living for. Understand why you're living this. Why you have to chase what you want, you know. And yeah, I just want to start on that part, because seriously, when I was talking about all this rape stuff, like, see, we are rape apologists. That's it. And it shouldn't be left here, but the truth is, you cannot come and be combating things. Okay, you can't come and be like, the men are supposed to be the ones standing and fighting for this. Because guess what? It's their children, it's their sister. Okay? And as women, yes, we're supposed to do our own part, and I'm doing my own part, and that's coming here and talk about it, educate. But I feel like I should leave this for a better person, because damn, this was triggering a lot of things for us, because it took me to places I never want to go, because sometimes, especially with so much kidnap, and I'm like, looking at the girls, what they went through, looking at this girl, they just like, it's like, what have they been feeding these boys? Where did we go wrong? A 21 years old raping and killing your victims, and people knew about this. Even on his Facebook, people knew about this. Okay, people knew about this, and they were saying, so you are still doing this thing. It's just, see, it has to come to a time you have to stand up for what you want to do. Okay, you're going to be biased anyways. So if you must be biased, why don't you be truly biased and do things that really benefit you, save your environment? And so I won't be in this shithole, this chaos, because this is practically a dog world, and we don't have the luxury to do it, because things are cramping down on us. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say today. I feel like my thoughts. See, sometimes my thought is that jumbled and now. But seriously, I just hope that anybody who have gone through all this, they really seek the help they need. The people around them really, because sometimes people are really, when people go through stuff, the strength they need are people they surround themselves with. Okay, people that surround themselves, people, their loved ones around them. So you should understand this. Okay, be patient enough. There's a lot of trauma, a lot of PSTD, because even if they rob the house in your neighborhood, you might even have PTSD. Okay, you might even have it, because you you might be scared of your life every time. You might always feel like, when am I going to be the next? All these things happen. But our mental health, we don't prioritize it, because we're still looking for time to survive. Okay, we're still trying to survive, trying to feed the crumb, because, so sometimes, as I say, I don't blame us, but they have to reach a time where you have to stand for yourself and be responsible. You can't be acting clueless and ignorant every time. There information is there for you to learn and grow from. There are things left for you. So all you have to do is to, reach out for it, and you grow. And you get information. At least you don't have to know everything. You just have to have enough standard, have enough self-love to walk away from things that do not serve you, and stop giving excuses that, oh, I didn't know. Now I understand, we're all programmed here. Okay, we are all programmed to hate ourselves, not to value ourselves, to wait for outside help other than ours, to bring us out of any situation. And that's why you still see some people, things are burning, you'll say, we pray for Nigeria, blah blah blah, this, and that annoys me, sickens me. It's like, if you want to drink water, you just go drink water. If you want some things as a man, if you want to check a girl, even if you have a wife, you won't consult God, you do it too. But when it comes to something that have to save you, you'll be waiting for God to help you. Hold down wrong. Keep on waiting, don't do anything. So that's, I'm like, sometimes I'm like, when does it hit you that you have to take responsibility and fight for what you want, defend yourself, defend your life, self-preserve yourself? Because I just feel like self-love should, like, everyone should practice it. I don't even need you to love me enough, I just need to love me enough for both of us, okay? That is enough to fix some things. So I don't know why someone want to stop you from this. But seriously, just go out. You don't need to explain yourself to people. You just have to know you deserve it enough. Because sometimes a lot of people are broken to the point that they lack so much of self-confidence that, you know, they can't even crawl out of where they are. Okay, they have been a mule for so long, they don't know how to get out of it. That's why sometimes surround yourself with people who care about you. Okay, like example, from people, these girls who are kidnapped or those who are raped, like, there are a lot of traumas you deal with. Okay, so, and those who are bullied, people like this in this corner, like, they have a lot to do with. Sometimes they rely on people around them to heal. Okay, I really hope this video goes a long way to help some people, especially those who really need it. So yeah, this is where I will end today. Thanks for joining me. And hey, hit the subscription button, please, and share, drop your commentaries, ask me your question. If you want me to say, talk on anything, I will do well to talk about it, okay? Prioritize yourself, and ladies, remember, you're more powerful than you know. And yeah, bye.